What's up, everybody? It's the Alex Leak and Friends NFL podcast back for another week. I am your host, Alex Leak, and we have a very special guest on the show, former Penn State Nittany Lion and 7-year NFL linebacker with the New York Giants and Carolina Panthers, Brandon Short. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Brandon. Yeah, absolutely. It's an honor to have you on the show, and I can't wait to talk some sports with you. Let's start at the beginning. You attended McKeesport High School in Pennsylvania. Um, what was it like coming up in Pennsylvania and playing your high school football there in McKeesport? Wow. Well, and then you were, played on a great team and were a star in that area. Pennsylvania Big School Player of the Year as a senior and leading the Tigers to a 15-0 record and a state championship. So with all that hype of, people watching football in that area, winning the state championship had to be a really special time for you. Yeah. That's awesome. And was it an easy decision to choose football over basketball, or was that a tough decision? Yeah. Yeah, but that had to be an honor just to be recruited by Bobby Bowden in Florida State. But it was a pretty easy decision to go with Joe Paterno and Penn State at the time. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, and when you went to Penn State, I mean, you took advantage of the opportunity right away. You would start all 4 years at Penn State and be named a two-time captain for the team in your time there, as well as MVP of the 1998 Citrus Bowl, All Big Ten as a junior and senior linebacker, and All American in 1999 as a senior. You and linebacker LeVar Arrington would be the first teammate finalists for the Buckus Award. Uh, you know, bringing linebacker you to reality. Go ahead. Mm. Damn. Hmm. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. That's a crazy story, and yeah, a scary injury. I'm glad you were able to rehab and survive that and keep your career going. A dangerous injury, especially back then with technology and stuff. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it worked out. While at Penn State, you were teammates with linebacker Matt Rule, the current Carolina Panthers head coach. What was it like being a teammate of his, and do you think he will be a good job at Carolina rebuilding the Panthers? Hmm. Wow. Yeah, setting the tone right off the bat. That's crazy. Um, so yeah, and Penn State had a lot of success while you were there, and a great career at Penn State. Um, then you would go to the NFL draft. What was your NFL draft experience like? You'd be selected in the fourth round, pick 105 overall in the 2000 NFL draft by the New York Giants. Were you excited to go play in the big city, big life to New York? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mhm. Y- Yeah, it sounds like a perfect opportunity going to New York, having great coaches in place like John Fox to help your development and keep your mind right and focused on the goals. You play 11 games in 2000 as a rookie with John Fox, your defensive coordinator, like you said, at the Giants. And you'd have success in playing some big games as a rookie in the NFL, going to the playoffs, beating the Eagles and the Vikings, and that Giants team going all the way to the Super Bowl in 2000. What was it like playing in such big games in the NFL as just a rookie? Mm-hmm. Well, mhm. Wow. Jeez. Absolutely. Yeah. Blowout game. Uh-huh. Jeez. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, talk about a statement win and them being favored so much. You really set the record straight with that performance. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and not only that defense, but I remember them getting some special teams, some big special teams playing that game as well, and just that was a great Ravens team, very underrated team. Um, yeah. Then in 2001, like you said, if not for that injury, you were gonna earn the starting spot your rookie year. In the 2001, your second year, you start all 16 games, record 61 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, a sack, an interception, a fumble recovery. The Giants would miss the playoffs, but it was still a special season with your teammate Michael Strahan on that D line would win Defensive Player of the Year and set the NFL record for sacks in a season with 22 and a half that year. What do you remember being a teammate of Strahan's that year and seeing him set that record? Wow. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, it's like mind blowing to me that people will look at Strahan and think, and not know that he played football. One of the best pass rushers, one of the best players ever, like you said. Yeah. Um, then in 2002, you play in all 16 games, record 88 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and an interception. The Giants would bounce back, going 10-6, and make the playoffs. And you would start and play in one of the wildest playoff games ever, the wild card round at the San Francisco 49ers. Um, you had a great game. 10 tackles, a tackle for loss, a pass defense, but unbelievable comeback in that game. What do you remember most about that game? Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, a crazy game, and when the score was, I remember, I think it was 35. It was 35-14, I want to say, and Jeremy Shockey dropped a touchdown pass that would have, and at the time, it didn't seem like much, it was like just piling on to the lead. But it's crazy to look back and think about that Jeremy Shockey missed touchdown play could have affected the outcome, and just an unbelievable game as a fan, just of football, unbelievable game. Do you think? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but then in 2003, you played all 16 games, recorded 75 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. The Giants would struggle, however, going just 4-12 and missing the playoffs. Um, did you did you want to be a New York Giants lifer, and what was your thoughts at the end of 2003 going into 2004? Did you want to come back, and what went all into that? Hmm. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, so John Fox brings you in. That had to be nice going to a place with some familiarities, knowing somebody on the organization already going in. Um, okay. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. And then in 2005 with the Panthers, you had a great season. You were playing all 16 games, starting 15, record 61 tackles. The Panthers would go 11-5 and make the playoffs. And then in the wild card round, the Panthers would travel to New York to take on your former team, the Giants. Were you excited about the chance to take on your former team? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you guys took care of business, beating them 23-0 in that game. Um, so that's awesome. And then the game that I remember most in your career, I'm a Bears fan. I grew up a Bears fan. I remember exactly where I was watching this game. You guys advanced the divisional round, take on the Chicago Bears in Soldier Field. Um, and too bad we couldn't stop Steve Smith. Dude went crazy on us. Um, you'd record 5 tackles and a tackle for loss. But a great win and a pretty like that was a pretty competitive game. Hard fought, don't you think? Hmm. Yeah. 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 Yeah, you love to see that from a competitor. Like just watching The Last Dance and the Michael Jordan documentary, when you see that type of mindset, it really it's really fun to watch. But yeah. Speaking of that, I've been talking. I've had these debates with some friends lately. How much of a factor do you put on the mental side of the game? Like you can be a elite athlete, but if you don't have that mental toughness and that like determination to be the best, is that a huge factor in how good a player can be? That's awesome. That's great insight. Now, then you guys go to the NFC Championship game, face the Seattle Seahawks. You would record 10 tackles in the game, and the Seahawks take the victory and go to the Super Bowl. Um, now, I mean, you always seem to play your best game in the biggest games of your career. How special was that 2005 season with the Panthers to go as far as you guys did? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I talked to Joe Tafoya, defensive end from the Seahawks, who played in that game, and he was the one who got the Seahawks that world record for loudest stadium there that lasted a while. I believe it. I've never been there personally, but for everything I've heard, that place is so loud and so crazy, and he got the whole Marshawn Lynch like Beastquake thing too. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. Um, that's awesome. That's great, great insight there. Great memories. Then you would return to the New York Giants in 2006. What went into that reuniting back in New York? Mhm. Yeah, you would start 9 of the games and record 45 tackles, 2 sacks. Giants would go 8-8, but make the playoffs. And the wild card round at the Eagles, you would start the game and record 5 tackles in a 23-20 loss. Final game. That was the final game of your career. How did your second stop in New York? How did that season compare to the first part of your career? Because a lot of new faces, new coaches, new quarterback, all that. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, if you could go back, would you have? Did you make the decision to retire after that 2006 season, or would you have liked to return for 2007? Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you played in a very physical era, and Penn State was physical brand of football, and the Giants and the Panthers, physical football, and so over time, it's going to take a wear on your body. But I mean, still a hell of a career. 7 seasons in what I call the not for long league. Amassed 390 tackles, 40 tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries, and 2 interceptions. And I believe one of those interceptions was off of Peyton Manning. Is that right? Damn. Yeah, great hands for a linebacker. Yeah. Looking back on your time in the NFL, what do you remember the most, and what do you take the most pride in? Hmm. Yeah. 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 That's awesome. What are you up to nowadays, Brendan? Okay. 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 Wow. Okay, that's awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming on my show, Brandon. It was great to talk some football with you and great insight, and it was an honor on my end. Yeah, appreciate it, and have a good one, man. Stay safe. Yeah, bye. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think, and have a great week, guys. Peace out.